I'm sure they'll tell us if they need us to move.
Erica will rebalance everybody as necessary.
Okay, it's definitely not balanced, so if a couple people could kind of shift. Stacey, we can't see your face.
Now I don't know what to do.
I just wanted to make sure we could see you.
All right, well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for attending today. We're here for an exciting announcement in Baltimore County. I want to first start by thanking Lashira Ayala for being with us today. Ms. Ayala is the Executive Director of the Family Investment Administration with the State Department of Human Resources. Thank you so much for joining us. I also want to thank Kara Panowitz with the No Kid Hungry Maryland for being here. Ms. Panowitz leads the Baltimore County Summer and After School Food Access Coalition, and I want to thank all of the members of the coalition for their advocacy on this critical issue, including Lori Taylor Mitchell of the Student Support Network, who's also with us today. Additionally, I want to acknowledge our family here today. A lot of folks have made this happen. We have Delegate Pat Young, from whom you'll hear in a minute, Delegate Ben Brooks. We have, as well as Delegate Michelle Guyton, Delegate John Cardin. We're joined today by Senator Chris West, Delegate Sheila Ruth, Delegate Kathy Forbes. Also thrilled to be here today with Dr. Gregory Branch, as well as his team, Mark Millspaw and Ashley Wellington. And we're also joined by Jamie Hetzler, who is the Director of Food Nutrition for BCPS, as well as Elizabeth Sachs in our Government Reform Department and Strategic Initiatives, and our Administrative Officer, Stacey Rogers. Have I missed anybody? Okay, good, we got it. Let me just start by saying that food is fundamental. Having enough to eat can be the difference between life and death. It can be the difference between sickness and health. It can mean the difference between success and failure. In March of 2020, as COVID-19 was making its way through our communities and so many of our residents found themselves without work and without a paycheck, we knew in Baltimore County we had to act quickly to make sure that everyone had enough to eat. Since then, with partners and in collaboration, we have distributed over 20 million meals throughout Baltimore County. Baltimore County has given out more than 6,000 tons of food, including fresh produce of dairy, boxes for seniors, and boxes for specific cultural and religious groups. We worked with our school system, BCPS, and other important nonprofit partners to support youth meals. We help back nonprofit organizations with the logistics and delivery of food for more than 20 months. And we created a food delivery program in partnership with Uber. Since then, we are shifting our emergency pandemic response towards a more permanent structure for food access issues, hiring the county's first ever food security coordinator last year. We have a food security work group that brings together more than 20 agencies and offices to work together and address food insecurity. We're piloting shuttles in food deserts. And we're providing grant funding and regular food support to nonprofit organizations throughout our county. I am incredibly proud of the efforts we are making to meet the needs of our residents these last 2 years and of our efforts to shift the model so that we can provide ongoing support moving forward. But there's always more we can do. At the top of the list are our children. We have to make sure our kids have enough to eat. But when the school year ends and students no longer have access to school lunches, far too many young people simply don't. That's why we're here today. The Summer SNAP program ensures that the summer break from school breakfast and lunch doesn't mean a child will go hungry. From 2011 to 2016, the U.S. Department of Agriculture piloted similar programs to Summer SNAP, and they found a 33% reduction in child food insecurity. Not only that, participating children consume more healthy food, like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Thanks to Governor Hogan and my partners in the Maryland General Assembly here, we are now able to see a significant infusion of dollars to expand this critical program. When we announced our fiscal 23 budget, we noted that the county would be able to provide summer SNAP benefits to around 10,000 children. And at that time, we pledged to do even more in the event additional state resources were available to us. Since our budget introduction, we've learned the state did, in fact, have additional resources available, and we are willing to match those locally. So today, we're announcing that Baltimore County is putting forward a total of $1.2 million of county general funds to combat childhood hunger over this summer. With the state providing more than $1.5 million on top.
Who can declare a vacancy, Johnny?
As a result, Baltimore County is able to provide summer SNAP for nearly 28,000 young people in our communities. This funding will allow us to serve all eligible children between the ages of 7 and 18. Sir, I'm happy to talk to you afterwards. Right now we're talking about feeding the kids of our community. So if you could let me get through this, I would appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I want to make clear just how significant this investment is. Last year, the county Summer SNAP program served only 466 youth who identified as homeless on their SNAP application. Think about it. We're going from 466 young people to nearly 28,000 children this summer. And there are no barriers to this food access. Families already enrolled in SNAP do not have to apply again to receive this benefit. If they have children between the ages of 7 and 18, they will automatically be enrolled and automatically receive those additional benefits on their EBT cards. For families who aren't currently receiving SNAP benefits, but who believe they are eligible, we encourage them to apply for SNAP today by visiting mymdthink.maryland.gov or by visiting the Baltimore County Department of Social Services. For families not eligible for SNAP, there are other food resources available. The Baltimore County Public Library provides free lunches to children and young adults when school's out. Maryland No Kid Hungry also offers summer meals, as does the Maryland Food Bank. I'd like to thank the many advocates who have continued to push to expand food access to our children and for all of our residents, and I want to thank the state for their partnership. In that spirit of collaboration, I now want to invite up to the podium LaShara Ayala from the Department of Human Resources. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of Governor Hogan and the Department of Human Services Secretary, Lourdes Padilla, I bring greetings. Summer months are difficult for low-income children because they lack access to school meals that fill a nutrition gap during the school year. When school is out of session, summer feeding programs are considered a lifeline for some families. The Summer SNAP for Children legislation, which was enacted in 2019 to address food insecurity during school vacation periods when children who receive free or reduced meals do not have access to it. The act established a mandatory annual appropriation of $200,000. In March of 2022, Governor Hogan elected to increase the federal fiscal year 2023 Summer SNAP budget to $4.8 million, well above the required appropriation. His funding increase allows the Maryland Department of Human Services to expand the Summer SNAP to previously underserved jurisdictions. The act requires local governments to contribute their local share of funds. The level of local share of funds is calculated based on the school construction formula. With increased funding for 2023, the Baltimore County's commitment of more than $1 million in local share of funds is helping us to serve nearly 28,000 children to be fed in Baltimore County, and nearly 88,000 statewide. Summer SNAP benefits will be issued in June, July, August, and December, those months in which our children are out of school. And recipients will receive a monthly issuance, $30 from June for each month through August, $10 in December. We want to thank the Baltimore County group, the administration, for your partnership and your continued commitment to our children. At this time, I'd like to welcome up to the podium Senator Young.
Thank you very much. Delegate Pat Young, not Senator. No problem. I don't have intentions to run for Senate. But I am currently the chair of the Baltimore County House delegation, and I bring you greetings from the legislature. I'd like to just make a few thank yous. One, to the Speaker of the House, Speaker Adrian Jones, part of the Baltimore County delegation, and thank yous as well to my counterpart in the Senate, Senate Chair Kathy Klossmeyer, whose partnership throughout the legislative session, one, has allowed us to identify funds that can benefit our local jurisdictions, benefit the county, and I also want to thank Secretary Padilla, who has been an amazing partner for the entire time that I've been serving the legislature, for her commitment, one, to the citizens of Maryland and our populations that need assistance the most. And lastly, just want to thank the county executive, one, for his team being organized and informed enough to know that when these opportunities present themselves, that they can be taken advantage of in a positive way. That when the state provides an opportunity to support children, that there is no question that taxpayer dollars that go towards supporting our kids and populations that need support the most, those are taxpayer dollars well spent. Now, these opportunities are available to everyone, but it takes a well-organized operation to know how to apply, when to apply, and to be eligible to receive those funds. And now, as the county executive mentioned, we double the amount of children, more than double the amount of children we'll be able to assist and feed with these funds. One thing of note, childhood hunger is not something new, and the numbers from that have increased for who we can support now have always been there, and they won't disappear overnight. We need to continue to look at how we can partner, leverage state dollars, federal dollars, and local dollars to influence and impact the lives of these kids across the entire county. While summer's approaching and many kids are talking about where they're going on vacation, where they're going to have fun, when they're going to be seeing their friends, other kids are thinking about what will they be eating, when will they be eating. And that's a question that continues from year to year, and I think that we're, one, poised to meet that need this summer, and I think that working together as a delegation and as a county, we can continue to meet that need into the future and in other future years. Thank you for the opportunity to speak, and with that, I would like to welcome Kara Panowitz from No Child Hungry Maryland. No Kid Hungry Maryland.
Hi everybody, my name is Kara Panowitz. I'm with No Kid Hungry Maryland. I'm also the co-founder and leader of the Baltimore County Summer and After School Meals Food Access Coalition. I'm thrilled to be here today to celebrate the increase of summer SNAP funding in Baltimore County. This is a really big deal. The number of students that qualify to receive free and reduced price meals in Baltimore County Public Schools has continued to grow and is now at more than 50%, more than half the students. Summer can be the hungriest time of year for kids when they don't have access to free meals they're used to getting at school, and Summer SNAP is a proven tool to help alleviate hunger. I want to thank the county executive and his staff and Governor Hogan for providing additional funding to this vital program and ensuring kids have the nutrition they need. The coalition has been successful in increasing access to meals for youth since 2015. In addition to Summer SNAP, kids 18 and under will continue to have access to free summer meals this summer in locations such as schools, libraries, and police athletic leagues. Any child or teen can receive meals, no ID is required. Hunger has long been a problem facing Baltimore County residents and has only gotten worse since the beginning of the pandemic. In my work on the ground in Baltimore County, I have seen firsthand the very real and pervasive need for food access. I want to thank Baltimore County Executive and his staff for recognizing that hunger continues to be a serious problem and for being proactive in increasing food access. It's also important for us to recognize the organizations that have been providing meals to kids through the pandemic by making meals, delivering meals to distribution sites, and handing out meals to kids. They continue to work tirelessly through a quickly changing environment, supply chain issues, staffing issues, to make sure meals are distributed to those that need them. They understand the challenges kids and families continue to face, and they continue to serve their communities. Thank you to all of you who help get kids the meals and food they need to survive. Thank you.
So as you can tell, this has been very much a team effort to make this announcement possible. I want to again thank all of the partners, both at the county and state, for their efforts. I'm really excited that we're going to be feeding so many more of our young people this summer. Any questions for me or anybody here today?
Hi, Fire, have a question.
We're going to talk as soon as we're done, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you talk about the numbers? How many more children this funding will help serve?
Yeah, so
How many now and how many more?
So in the initial budget, we had about 10,000 students we anticipated serving, so we're going from 10,000 to almost 28,000 with this enhanced funding from the state and local government. And again, that's up from a few hundred in the prior year.
Great.
Okay, 5 seconds. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Sir, come on up.